What is up, ADG traders? This is Munya and welcome back again to my trading channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I managed to make over $200 trading boom and crash. I'm going to show you the strategy that I used in order to trade, and I'm also going to show you how you can use the same strategy to make those kinds of profits. So it means that at the end of this video, you should be able to go and trade using this strategy and make these kinds of profits. So stay up until the end so that you can really see how this strategy works. I tell you guys, it is a very powerful price action strategy and you must be able to try it out. Okay guys, so this was the first setup that we took using this simple trading strategy that I'm about to teach you. As you can see, we are deep in profit and I'm going to explain and break down the trade for you guys so that you can also catch the same trades on your own. This is the purpose of this channel, in order to help you understand and learn more about trading. So if you are interested in learning more and if you love more of these videos, please make sure that you click the like button and the subscribe button, and also turn on your notification bell so that you are notified the next time I post a video. But if you guys really love these videos, please make sure you click that like button. Let's get to 100 likes if you guys would want to see another one. So let me show you guys on my screen right now how the trade setup looked like before we actually took it, because we sent the same setup in our VIP signals group. I'll tell you more about it later on in the video. So this is how it looked like, and let's break it down together. Let's break down the trade and you guys will be able to learn and know what exactly I was doing when I entered this trade. But before we get into that, you need to be able to understand these two concepts before we get into the strategy itself. You need to first of all have an appreciation of what is called support, and you also need to have an appreciation of what is called resistance. Okay, these two concepts are very essential if you want to be able to use this strategy effectively, but you can only understand these if you can define them correctly. This will help you know when you see them on the market or on the charts what they mean or what they look like. Okay, so we're going to start off by explaining what resistance is. Okay, what is resistance? Okay, what is resistance? So the simplest definition for resistance is a price point where price fails to go any higher. So if you can go on your charts and look at a price point and see that price failed to go any higher from this point, that thing is called a resistance. So usually you find a price point above. Okay, so for resistance, it's usually a price point above on your market where price fails to go any higher. So it means that if the market was moving like this, okay, if the market was moving like this and it turns back down like this point automatically becomes a resistance point. Okay, it doesn't need to have price coming over and over again for you guys to know that it's a resistance point. Already, if price reaches this point and fails to go any higher, then it already becomes a resistance point. Okay, and of course you guys now have an understanding of support. Support would then be a price point below where price fails to go any lower. So if you have somewhere to write, make sure you write this definition so that whenever you see these definitions on your market, you are able to easily remember them. So what are we saying on support? We're saying price is moving down and down and down and down like this, and it goes up like that. So what we are left with here is what we call a support zone, and this is a resistance zone. So once you are able to know a resistance and your support, then you're good to go. Now I know most of you guys think a support zone or resistance point is a point at which price continuously fails to go below or above, right? But if you want to be able to use this strategy, you should be able to have this appreciation of this definition for your support and resistance. So we said this becomes a resistance point. I'm sure this is what you guys are familiar with, and this is what you're familiar with as support. But we are saying whenever you see price failing to go any higher on any particular point in price on your charts, it is a resistance point. And whenever you see price failing to go any lower at any particular point in price, it is a support zone. So let's take practical examples of this support and resistance, and I'll show you guys how we actually entered into this buy trade that you see on crash 1000, and that is deep in profit up to right now. Okay, so let me clear up more of my screen. Okay, so we said you can go to any market at any time and be able to find a resistance point and a support point. So I'll start off by marking our resistance point. Okay, so right here you can see that at this price point, we can see that price failed to go any higher. So this becomes a resistance point. So this is resistance, right? This is resistance. Okay, and we said price can also push down, like you can see right now, and it reached at this point, and we said this automatically becomes a support point. As you can see, price failed to go any lower than this point, and it pushed all the way up. And again, you can see that this automatically becomes another resistance point, and this can also automatically become another support point. Okay, and here down here you can also see we have the support and another support point. So all these are your support zones or support levels or support zones, and this is your resistance. Okay, and you can do the same for the other charts, but let's look at how this concept helped us into catching this beautiful trade. Let me remove what I have on my screen right now and look at the trade itself. So the first thing that I did when I was looking for a trade on crash 1000 is I went on to my 4-hour time frame, and I usually go to this time frame to establish proper trends. Okay, so from my 1 hour, from my 4-hour time frame, I could see that my price was pushing down and down and down and down. It was coming from this uptrend that it had experienced earlier, and now it was pushing down and down and down. But one thing I noticed is down here we have something that is called a support level. Why? Because I see that price keeps failing to go any lower than this price point. So we can actually mark out our nice resistance zone right above that support, and this becomes a nice support level. Okay, and above again we can also see that the same thing was happening to our price above. Whenever price was reaching on our resistance, it was failing to go any higher. So we have this first resistance and this first support. So firstly, we have this support. Price failed to go any lower than this point, came back up, came back down to retest the same support zone, failed to go any lower again, confirming that this is definitely our support zone, pushed all the way up, first its first resistance zone, and failed to go any further above. So this was our resistance zone, and then it pushed back down, came back again to retest this and confirm that it is a resistance zone indeed, and then it pushed down and came back down again. We would already know that it was going to reject again at this support zone, came back up, came to retest again this support zone to confirm it, and it went all the way up to our resistance zone, failed again to go any further up, and then it came back down. And when it started to come back down, this is when we were looking for our opportunities, because we knew that whenever price comes back down to this support level, it is supposed to do something. But of course, you can't just enter into a trade based on that concept alone. You need what is called confluence trading, and something that is going to confirm or to repeat the same thing that you are seeing on the market. So we went on down to our 1 hour time frame, and this time we're looking at candlestick formation. Now candlestick formation is also going to help you as confluence on each trade that you want. So you want to look at how exactly are your candlesticks reacting each and every time that they are reaching this zone, and that's when you'll be able to find opportunities to enter into the market. So basically, from your candlestick chart patterns, you want to find a reversal pattern, right? Because you were going into this down trend, right? You were down into this trend, market was pushing down, 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 and when it came to this level, it tapped into our support zone, tapped into our support zone and reacted. So looking at our chart patterns, we were very glad to see that there was a reaction, right? You can see that there were bearish candlesticks, but the moment we tapped into this support zone, the market did give us a sort of a reversal, but nonetheless, that is not enough for you to enter into a trade. We're just sure and happy that the market confirmed our support zone again. Now we have to look for an opportunity to actually enter into the market, and that could only be done by candlesticks formation, looking at how our candles were forming. Are we getting a reversal pattern, or are we not getting anything? And as you can see, we had the next candle being bearish and the next one being bearish, indicating that the market really wanted to test into this zone. So it wanted to really push into this zone before making any attempts to reverse. And as you can see from the 1 hour time frame, the last bearish candlestick, you can see that it has this long wick that you see on it, indicating that the buyers were now trying to push in the market and the sellers were losing control. But then that is not enough. Even on our candlestick strategy, you have to really see the reversal pattern being formed. And the next candle was the subsequent candle was the bullish candlestick, which was then rejected again, giving us more proof of a possible reversal at this zone, because price kept on reacting and reacting and reacting on this zone. So we were waiting and looking for opportunities to enter in for a buy trade. And if you can see on a lower time frame what the market was doing, right? But remember, on our 1 hour time frame, the subsequent candle that followed was this strong bullish candlestick, right? Followed by another strong bullish candlestick, forming this reversal pattern, right? Forming this reversal pattern. Okay, and as you can see, once price broke above the previous bearish candlestick, we knew that the market was now bullish, and from that point the market pushed away all the way up to this level. Remember, we are in our 1 hour time frame, so take note of that. These are a lot of pips. We were deep in profit at this point. Let me show you some of the results right here on the screen. And the market reversed again, came back to tap into our support zone again, and pushed all the way up for the final time. So for now, we're expecting the market to keep going up and up again. That's why I was saying, if you watch this video early, make sure that you look at this trade, and maybe you might get some pips before we get back to this initial resistance zone, where we're expecting price to either take another a reversal or proceed breaking the previous resistance zone. But for now, we are looking for buying opportunities in crash 1000. So I hope I have been able to really explain this trade to you guys. And if you enjoyed this and you want to see more and learn more about this strategy, make sure that you like this video, comment down below that you are interested. I will be picking 10 consistent people that are commenting and liking this video, and I'll be adding them to our VIP signals group for free. So if you want to be part of those 10 people, make sure that you like and comment consistently on the next 10 videos. So if you are in my comment section for the next 10 videos that I'm going to be posting here on this channel, you will definitely get your spot in our VIP signals group, and you'll be able to get these beautiful trades with us as well. But you guys know that we also have a very awesome indicator. Let's see what the indicator was also telling us about this trade that we took. So this is the indicator that we use, and as you can see, it was able to actually point and draw your resistance zones and our major support zones. And even if you go to lower time frames, you'll be able to find minor resistance and minor support as well. But let's talk about what it did. So it managed to draw this blue box right here, which is our support zone, and this yellow. For those that have the indicator, you guys already know what the yellow box and the blue box means. And we could see multiple buying entries given by the indicator itself. You can see that at this point, when we reached our support zone, it gave out a buy entry. So you can see that right here on this candlestick, the indicator said buy. Okay, so you can see the first entry that the indicator gave. And in the 50-minute time frame, I think you can clearly see the multiple entries that the indicator was giving. So I just wanted to show you guys that even our 99.99% accurate indicator was able to predict some of these movements. So right here we had multiple buy entries. I will explain this indicator in depth in the next video. If you guys want to learn more about it as well, comment down below in the comment section, and I will know and allocate some time for us to trade with this indicator. So we had multiple buy entries just being confirmed by our indicator. You can see the first one was actually right here. Our first entry was here, which means we were very, very late and behind, but the indicator had already given out those entries. So tell me guys what you think about this strategy and if you really enjoyed it. Okay.